politics, business, sports, arts, music. Mike and Marty on the beat. Mike and Marty. Mike and Marty on the beat. Mike and Marty. Mike and Marty on the beat. Mike and Marty.
Good morning, Bells Falls and Keene. Welcome to the feed. Today we're here with Sam Howard, the youth librarian at the Rockingham Free Public Library. And as usual, you have come filled with information for us and lots of programming for the summer programming. Some of it's already happened. We couldn't get you on quite early enough. But let me go through a few local events first. At the Bells Falls Opera House, it is the last week of Jurassic World Rebirth. Yeah, have you seen it?
I have not.
Me either. I haven't seen any of the Jurassic films.
I saw the first one. I love the first one.
So that's good through the 15th of July, which I think is next Tuesday. The classic movie is an interesting one because it looks like it's an anime movie. It's called Porco Rosso.
Oh, it's a Miyazaki Studio Ghibli film, so think of it as like really artistic and beautiful.
That's
and
what it
sweet.
looked like. I thought it was
Yeah.
kind of interesting. That is, it wasn't the usual old classic.
No.
Yeah. So that is sponsored by Pizza Palace. So shout out to Pizza Palace because I believe that's a new name in the sponsorships for classic movies. Next week, I'm going to jump around a little bit because it's the way that things came. But next week on Thursday, the 17th, at the Bells Falls Opera House is a special showing of a movie called Gone Guys. So Gone Guys is a film. It's like a documentary film and a panel discussion created in Vermont. And it addresses a problem that I guess I didn't know was out there. But there's been a steady disengagement of boys and young men. Mm-hmm. And so it talks a lot about that. And again, the doors open at 5:30. The film starts at 6. And then from after the film, I think it's only a 45-minute film. And then after that, there'll be a panel discussion. So that should be an interesting evening. Now we're going to jump back to this week. This week on Friday is Bastille Day. So if you go over to Walpole, the Walpole grocer, and I believe sometimes Burdick's is involved in this as well. It just happened to be an event of the Walpole grocer. But Bastille Day with food and music and just some fun things. That's from 3:30 to 9. That would be in downtown Walpole. And then tonight, if you're looking for something to do, I think this is the second in the series, but Wednesday night, Music on the Farm up at Charlie Jarris's farm, Rockingham Hill Farm. From 5:30 to 7 is the Milkhouse Heaters. So everybody knows the Milkhouse Heaters, Jan and Mike. They do a lot of local performances. They have a food truck there. It's the Stone Hearth Inn food truck, and they'll have the Mount Holly beer truck. It's only didn't realize this, it's only a $5 suggested donation per person.
Oh, wow.
So that's pretty cool. This is the second one. That's the calendar. There's, looks like there's 3 more coming up, so I'll keep you updated. It's easy to get to the Rockingham Hill Farm. It's a great, it's a great venue because you can sit on the bank and the music's right there. So it's very accessible. So you have, I didn't have a graphic of it, but I'll just show people the extent of all of the things that are happening at the summer reading program. So tell us, what do you want to talk about first? You want to just go over the general theme?
Let me go over all the things. So our theme is Color Our World. And pretty colorful at the library. But other things you can do tomorrow at 5 o'clock is our annual tie-dye and ice cream social. And so you bring the shirt. We have everything else. It's a lot of fun. We'll have the tent out back. If it's thunderstorming, we may rethink it. But hopefully it'll just be rainy and cloudy.
I think it's just supposed to be rainy.
I think by the afternoon, we should be good.
Should be good.
So I hope lots of people join us. I should count back how many years we've done this because we've done this for a while. But basically, we have until August 16th programs happening pretty much every day. Mondays, and this isn't in there, at 1 o'clock in July, we have a program called Village Math, and it's play-based.
I saw that yesterday. I actually went on your site because I wanted to, hadn't been on the library site in a while. Mm-hmm. And once you get through everything, I do have a couple questions about some other things. Yeah. But I thought that's really That's really an interesting program.
It is. And so the woman who runs it, Susan Yao, who is just incredible, she did it. She has a village school that she runs at the retreat during the school year for homeschool families. And so she did this then, and she wanted to see how it would work as a summer program. So we had our first one. You can miss one. It's okay. You don't have to come to them all. But that's going to be at 1 o'clock, and that's for kids at age range. But that's our homeschool program that's happening right now. So that's Mondays at 1.
And if I was reading it correctly, was the gist of it kind of like making people understand how important math is when
Yes.
you sometimes say to yourself, I'll never need math again?
Right. And how does math actually support what we understand and know about our world? How do you thrive in a world where you do need math? And she makes it fun, and she makes the connections, and yeah. So
Because I do recall about a week ago, I was thinking, I really need math for that particular thing. I think it was like maybe geometry. And I'm like, I should have paid better attention in class.
Yeah.
But
Hopping
anyway.
online. What is that formula again? Tuesdays. So this is a program that's sponsored by Sacred Transitions Midwifery. It's a mother and baby yoga. And it's from 10:30 to about noon. They do yoga upstairs, and then they come down with the kids and have like a coffee social. And then we serve lunch now, so there's that. And they also provide childcare, but you can't, they want you to register, and so you can email sacredtransitionsbirth@gmail.com, or if you just look up Sacred Transitions Bellows Falls, I'm sure you'll find their contact to register. And it's such a great program. We love hosting them.
So the moms get to do yoga and somebody takes
The
care of
moms,
the babies?
yep. Well, I think the little babies stay with the moms, but yeah, there's childcare and
Oh, nice.
yeah, and then they have a nice social group. So, for moms with young babies, getting out there and connecting can be a
I was
challenge.
just gonna
So
say, you guys are the bomb when it comes to connecting people
Right.
and connecting and providing connections so people can meet other people in the community.
yes, we were really glad when they contacted us about, can we use the library for this? Yes, of course. It's such a great use of the space. So that's Tuesdays. Wednesdays, we have preschool story time at 10:30. We have a Roblox Club, which is open to kids of all ages. They need to have their own account to play. We don't create accounts for kids. They're welcome to bring their own devices. We have a limited number of devices that kids can play on.
And being naive, what is
Roblox?
Yeah.
Roblox is a browser-based or web-based online game. There's lots of different games kids can play together. There's also a whole design studio, so some of our older kids who have been playing have started designing their own games, which is really cool to watch. Just decide to do that on their own, and so that's been really fun. It's loud. I don't make them wear headphones, so all the game sounds. We put them in the program room. It's fine. I'm really fortunate that I've got a great young adult volunteer, Edward McCormick Werda, who comes and helps, and I don't have to know Roblox because he does.
Perfect.
And it's great, and the kids really look up to him, so that's wonderful. At the same time, we have another program on the top floor. This is a Young Gamers Club, so it's Dungeons and Dragons for ages 9 to 13, 9 to 12, 9 to 13-ish. This is run by Dominic, who we're going to be seeing more of at the library. And he's a former library teen who grew up playing D&D at the library. And
Now he's giving back.
he refers to it as his spawn point.
Oh, that's cool.
So now he's giving back, and we're really, really happy to have him. So that's Wednesday. And on Thursdays, we have an infant music story time at 10:30 in the morning. And then Dominic again does a Magic the Gathering, which is a card game, table-based card game. No one has to bring anything. You don't know how to play. We provide it all. It was thanks to a grant from a foundation called Magic Kids, who rounds up unused Magic cards and puts them together as kits, and then we can apply for them, and they give me kits to give out and to teach kids. So that's Magic Gathering 3:30, open to all ages, not just kids, because we try to get the parents to play too, because this is something that you could do at home with your family, and it's really fun. Fridays, we have playgroup from 10:30 to 12. We provide the snacks. It has been really hot and humid and or rainy, so we haven't met at the playground. But if you follow us on Facebook, if we have like really nice morning, we may move to the Central School playground for the playgroup, but we let people know, we try to. And then Friday night, Teen Tabletop. This has been going on forever for teens, 13 and older, Dungeons and Dragons. I think we're doing Dungeons and Dragons this session. I think last session they just played Pathfinder, which is a similar type game. And then Saturdays is Ava's program, Curious Crafters. So these are STEM-inspired, or STEAM, science, technology, engineering, art, and math-inspired activities for kids age 4 and older, because Ava's interest is much more in younger childhood programming. I should have asked her what she's going to do this Saturday. I have no idea.
And Ava, so tell Ava's story. So Ava was
So Ava, we
started out
hired
part-time.
Yep, she started out. We actually hired her when she was a sophomore. It was through a grant program that funded the Bibliobike, which I'll talk about in a minute. And then Ava's just amazing. And so she picks up things really quickly. She has great initiative. She has an incredible work ethic. And I hope that's not disturbing the mic. And so we hired her to be the Saturday librarian, and then she would also, because of the way her school schedule works, she would cover my lunches, and so she was my backup for everything. And now that she's graduated high school, her hours have been increased. She's going to be doing a lot more, taking on responsibility, getting her public library certification, and having more hours and be around at the library. And so you'll see her if you go in on Saturdays. She is always the Saturday librarian, except for this Saturday, I think.
Nice. So she started out as a volunteer. Now she's kind of doing
Yep.
a career.
Yep.
And it sounds like you had some other helpers that started out either in the program and now they're volunteering and giving back. So
Yes.
that's just one more level of building that all of these programs that you do.
That's how I've always tried to build them. So prior to COVID, one of the programs that I did annually, at least once a year, was a teen lock-in, which is an overnight program. And it had gone on long enough that I never had to worry about chaperones because the teens who had aged out of it were having fun. They would come back and it was like, yes, we're doing this again.
That's really
And so I've always tried to build my programs. And when I had my teen advisory council, same thing. We have different levels, but they come back and they help. So,
that's really good.
yeah.
That's a testament to the quality of the programs that you do.
Thank you.
If people
It's also the kids and the community. I have to listen to the community and hear what they're telling me they want. And so it works both ways.
That's true.
That's
That's
win-win. But in addition to every day having a program, we are also a summer lunch site. So we partner with the Farm to School Cafe, which is part of the WNESU. There's free for kids 18 and younger. Excuse me. There is no registration. There's no sign up. Just come to the library and say, we want lunch, and I've got lunch for you. Today it's chicken and waffles with syrup and
Nice. And where
Veggies
does
and fruit.
where does the lunch come from?
the lunch comes from the school, Farm to School Cafe.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So it's a partnership with the schools. It is a USDA program, which is an equal opportunity provider, which I have to say like on everything.
Yeah, you
So-
have to give them their shout out.
I have to give them their shout out. But it's really great because the more children that participate in the program, the more federal money comes back to the program for the reimbursed lunches. And this program intentionally has tried to purchase locally produced food over the years. So, I run into people from farm stands while I'm picking up lunch. They're dropping off crates of veggies.
So it's a win-win.
It's a win-win. It brings money into the community, and the way the program runs, it helps our community, our local producers.
Is that program in jeopardy at all, or you don't know?
I can't speak to that.
Okay.
I'm very concerned.
But
yeah,
I don't think there's any certainty on what's
Yeah.
in jeopardy and what's not. But
Yeah.
for now, you have.
For now, for this
Yeah.
summer, we are feeding kids. If you're coming with a group and I don't know that, let me know because I can adjust the food count per day. I just learned that I need to increase our food count for Tuesdays because of the mother and baby yoga and all the siblings having lunch as well.
Nice.
So we do that every day. And speaking of the
Including
biblio-
Saturdays or just
Not
weekdays?
Saturdays,
Okay.
just weekdays.
Okay, just
But
wanted to
in
clarify.
addition to that, let me just throw this out for the high school. For people who don't know, go to farmtoschoolcafe.org, and on Wednesdays you can go to the high school and pick up a meal kit, and it's, I believe, 7 breakfasts and 7 lunches. And you can just take that, or if you can't make it, have someone who is going, they can pick
Mm-hmm.
up for you. So that also exists. It's
So
not
food
part of the library, but
opportunities.
we want to help a lot of families make their summer dollars go as far as they can.
Right.
And if we can provide this, it's great. And feeding kids is awesome. They don't read if they're hungry. So
They don't do a lot of things if they're hungry.
they don't do a lot of things if they're hungry.
I don't do a lot of things if I'm hungry.
Right. I get angry.
Complain a lot.
Right. I get whiny. I annoy myself. So we're also doing our mobile outreach program, the Bibliobike, which Ava is the one who rides it. We have a regular schedule. On Monday, you can find her around the Wells Street Playground around noon. Today, she'll be at Central School around 1 to 2. Thursdays, train station, that one may or may not happen because kids tend not to hang out there. Oh, and I put AM. That's a fun typo. Friday, though, she will be at the farmer's market. And at the farmer's market, one of the things we're hoping to be able to start doing, hopefully this week, we have our indoor gardens at the library. And we want to start like planting up starting plants and being able to just give those out to people. So she'll be bringing those with her on the bike.
Nice.
And she usually has, so on the bike, you'll find lots of books. We make sure to put like the high interest books, which she can circulate there. And she usually has some sort of activity, a craft, a game, something with her. You can also request stops from the book bike. So if you are a grandma who's watching a bunch of kids and can't get out and would like the book bike to stop by Wednesdays or Thursdays, contact me at the library and we can set up a time and she can bring the bike to you or to a place near you, or if you childcare, like those have been the big ones.
What is the best? We do have a contact slide, but I'll just have you throw out what's the best way to get in touch with you.
Probably by email.
Email?
Services at rockinghamlibrary.org. Yep.
Great.
Yep.
Great. And how's that? So how many years of the Biblio bike? I remember when you came on
We've
to
had
introduce
it now 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah, I think this might be year 4. Because we had 2 grant funded years, and then last year wasn't grant funded, and this year is not. So
But it was important enough that people that you found the funding.
the statistics are great. The outreach
what I was
is
just gonna
really,
ask
really
you.
good. Yeah.
I'm assuming if you've kept it going, then it really makes a difference.
Yes, we actually just rebuilt it. It's a little too much Vermont winter. It's waiting for the parade of lights. So they sent us new panels, and Dominic, again, the volunteer, built the box for us, and the bike project's been great, helping us keeping it on the road.
See, community working together. Love it. What else you got?
What else do I have? We have special programs. So tomorrow night is our annual tie-dye and ice cream social, which, again, you bring the T-shirt, we bring everything else. And then next Wednesday, we have the Children's Literacy Foundation. It's a grant program. It's a book giveaway and an author visit. And the author is amazing. It's Anne Braden, and you can see her newest book, Into the Rapids. She's also written The Benefits of Being an Octopus, Flight of the Puffin, Opinions and Opossums. Like,
What
she
age
writes
group? What
middle
age group
grade.
does she target? Okay.
Middle grade. So think like maybe 4th through 8th grade. Yeah. Those are her books, and they're really good. She writes really empowering stories for kids, and I like her. And this is a book giveaway. So this is for all ages, not just middle grade. Any kid who comes gets 2 free books to keep. And they ship me like hundreds of books. There are a lot of options.
That is so. It's so funny because as a kid, I would have been like in 7th heaven, going to. I don't think that really happened very much.
Right.
Back in the day.
Right.
But I would assume that there's still the same joy.
Oh, yeah. It's like walking into the coolest bookstore where everything is of interest to you and you get to just pick things and not have to pay.
That's so cool.
And then take them. July 26th, which is a Saturday at 2 o'clock, we will have live animals with Colors of the Wild presented by the Southern Vermont Natural History Museum. So that one's exciting. And the Saturday programs are new. We just had our butterfly program, and that was a Saturday morning.
What kind of animals?
Don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. And it's sort of
Is it kind of like the animals? Like, isn't there an entity that brings animals to the thing up at the? Oh, I'm having a hard time with memory today.
Herrick's Cove?
Yes.
Yes, it's them. And so and they are really fun. Like I really like having Mike and his edutainers come with their
Because you
animals.
probably never know what the animals are going to do.
But there's always
that.
that. We've had some interesting things. There's plenty of raptor poop that's been spread on the top floor of the library. Sorry, it's cleaned up. But it also depends on what the animals are feeling. So if it's like a really cold day, they may not bring out like the reptiles. So it depends on how the animals are doing, and they know so much about their
And
animals.
that's where the program's on the 3rd floor. Of the
Yes,
library?
this one will be on the 3rd floor because it is
Space.
because the space, the live animals, and so I'm excited about that.
And you said Saturday programming is new.
Saturday programming is sort of new. We tried it last year, and we had a good turnout for the Vermont Armored Combat, and we just had the butterfly guy and had a good turnout for that. So we'll see how we go. I mean, live animals are a big draw.
Yeah.
But we have another Saturday program in August.
I know this one I'm intrigued about. I watched the video you sent me. So
Yes. So we have a library magic show featuring Alex Hilsche. Now, if you're familiar with the magicians Penn and Teller, they have a TV show called Penn and Teller Fool Us, where they invite magicians to come on and do their act. And if they can't figure out how it was done, then they get to progress. They figured out how she did it, so she didn't progress, but her show was amazing. And she has also been on cruises. She's done the Magic Castle. Like, she's got this great things. So we have a magic show featuring Alex Hilsche on Saturday, August 9th at 3 p.m. This is for all ages. We're hoping to have a really great turnout for her. So I'm really
Is that
excited
on the
about
third
that one.
floor as well?
Yes, that'll be on the third floor as well. Yeah, because
Right,
that's our
'cause the biggest room.
Yeah, my program room is like 60 is full. So that's going to be on the third floor, and I'm really excited about that. You can find her on YouTube and look up her show.
Yeah, I watched the like I said, I watched the Penn and Teller thing
Mm-hmm.
that you sent me, and it gave a little backstory on her. So she's got 3 kids. She's
Mm-hmm.
homeschooled them. She always sounded like she was possibly a professor or an electrical engineering professor. I think that's what she said in the
I
video.
remember that. I remember the library
like
part where
that.
she grew up in libraries and was doing library
yeah,
shows.
and then
Yeah.
she just magic was her side thing, and now she does it for a living. And
Yeah.
it's I don't know, it's very cool.
Yeah, yes. So very excited about that. What else do we have going on that I haven't told you about? We have, and this is, so I invite you to come to visit the library. We have a new exhibit on display. We have a saltwater reef aquarium, and I cannot convey in words how cool this thing is. We actually got a new fish this morning. A couple, Justin and Megan Nolan, moved to the community and thought that the library would be a great place for them to put a tank and make this exhibit publicly available. I have learned so much. Other than the rocks, everything in this tank aquarium is alive.
That's very cool.
Yeah, and I
Sam showed pictures, but the pictures don't translate well
Yeah,
to
not
the
on the
screen. So
TV.
you'll have to go in person.
you do in person. It's amazing to see.
It's in the
It's in the youth section.
section.
Yep, you should check out the whole library though. But it is
Yes.
in the youth section. And please, I invite you to come check this out. You know, for a lot of our kids, unless they're taking a field trip to an aquarium, they're never going to see anything like this in person. And here we've got this publicly available at the library. And not only did they donate the equipment and all the livestock, they also donate the ongoing maintenance.
Because fish tanks are very high maintenance.
Oh,
And this is
man.
salt water, so it
This
must
is
be
salt water.
even
It is
more
super
higher
wired,
maintenance.
censored, has this incredible water filtration system. Everything that Justin has done with it, has put into it, is very, very intentional. We just got a new fish this morning, a fox-faced rabbitfish. It looks like a badger with the yellow back. It's so cool looking. It was not happy when it moved.
I'm sure.
But it settled in quickly. Yeah, and so very excited about all that.
So I had a couple questions because I did peruse your website yesterday because I hadn't been on the library website in a while. And I was actually trying to find Ava's name, so that's why I was on the website. I think Ava was going to come on the show. Anyway, so I think it's helpful because I forget that you have these till somebody mentions them, but you have the Parks and Museums passes.
We do have Parks and Museums passes, and there is a list. If you go to our website and just click on the menu using the library, there's a lot of things, but there is a list of our current passes, and yeah.
So there's a lot of places, and
Words.
a lot of times people can go for free. Sometimes there's a small fee.
Sometimes there's a small fee, sometimes it's a reduced rate, sometimes it's completely free. We don't get to set those.
Right, of course.
Yeah, and you know, like we have the Vermont State Parks Pass, so if you know a nice weekend is coming up, pick a park with a lake and go enjoy on, and the library gave you that.
Yeah, like Plymouth State Park,
Yeah.
that's a great one.
Yeah, the other thing we have developing, and this hasn't gone onto the website yet, but if you sign up for our newsletter, it's a regular segment, is our Library of Things. So, right, we've had hotspots before. Now we have ukuleles, we have snowshoes, we have a telescope, and these are all things you can check out. I need to get that up on the website. Speaking of, so we are collecting for that. Yeah,
Awesome. I have a quick, if we have time, right? We have about 2 minutes. Am
I
I
see a
correct?
thumbs up.
Yep, thumbs up. Perfect. I was intrigued by, well, 2 things I think. One thing that's important, you guys have been out there as a cooling center.
Yes.
And I think that's important to let
Yes.
people know. The opposite end of the spectrum, if we were talking about the older folks that or anybody really, and how does that work? People just,
You just come and hang out at the
Come and hang
library.
out, okay.
Yeah, we have lots of tables, chairs, seating. We've had people show up with their phones and they just, watch movies or videos.
you gave me the great segue.
Oh, good.
I had no idea about Biblio Plus.
Oh yeah, we have a free video
Streaming,
streaming
yes.
service. Yes. So with your library card, which is free for Rockingham residents and any staff, faculty, or students at any WNESU school, whether you're non-resident, just because we want to support that whole education thing, and they're part of our system. And yeah, we have a free video streaming service. I mean, it's not going to be Amazon or Netflix, but
Right.
it does have a lot on it. There's a lot of British things as
I
well.
was just, that's what caught my eye because some of the British, especially the British crime series, are really good.
Yes.
And you can't get them if you like unless you want to subscribe to BBC or those. Everything's become its own
Yeah.
subscription service now, where you used to be able to find many more things on
Right.
Amazon or Netflix, or now they kind of have separated out.
They're
so
siloing.
I thought that was fascinating. You just have to basically download the Biblio Plus app and
Yep.
then put in your your number.
You
right?
create an account with your library barcode and your password, which we can help you with at the library if you don't know yours. And yeah, that's it. You can also view it in the browser if you don't have the app. So
So literally, you have something for everybody at the
we
library.
really try.
Which is, people just think it's just books, but it's so much more.
No, it's so much more.
more.
Yeah.
So we are running down on time. So just contact information, youth services.
Youth services at rockinghamlibrary.org. Call us 802-463-4270. If you're on Facebook, you can message us there. I'm the one who watches Facebook, so you'll be talking to me.
And you have a newsletter, so.
And we do have a newsletter. You can sign up
for
on our
that
website.
On the website?
We actually have two newsletters.
Okay.
One is our news and events, and the other one is Wowberry, which I know. What it does is you'll get it Wednesday mornings, and it is everything that we have added to the collection.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Okay.
including ebooks and audiobooks that are
We have
downloadable.
to end the show
All right.
according to the timer. Thank you.
Mike and Marty.